Welcome to Money Court. Can you tell us about your business?
TempMee is a tech-enabled staffing platform that allows skilled providers, professionals, to find short-term or permanent work for their professions. We're specifically focusing on dentistry right now, and very specifically on dental hygienists.
How does it happen? I'm a dentist in Des Moines.
You're a dentist in Des Moines, you're shorthanded, you go to our web or mobile platform, you click the date, time, hours, and the pay that you'd offer to a dental hygienist to come in for the day. You hit submit on the web or mobile platform. Instantly, it rings every single hygienist in your area's phones. They start buzzing just as they would. They can accept it, decline it, or even counter with their best and final offer. They accept it. All logistics are managed through the platform. They come in, they work the day. At the end of the day, both sides rate each other, and all money passes hands through the app.
That is sheer genius. I don't know why I didn't think of that myself, but that is really,
brilliant.
really good.
What kind of numbers does this business do?
We launched in October 2019, and we kind of had the aha moment, just started exploding out of the gate, doubling every month and every quarter. And that's when we went from doing about $10,000 a month in total sales to about 12 months later, we were doing almost $400,000 a month in total sales.
Wow.
Yeah, and so then we actually went out and we raised about $4.1 million from venture capitalists in the area. And we've already almost tripled in size in the last 5 months since then.
And what's your partnership structure?
Ed and I are co-founders, and besides our investors, we split everything else.
So what you're looking for in terms of a ruling here is, should you make it policy that if you're not going to work in the office, we don't hire you?
That's correct, sir.
How many full-time employees do you have?
Well, we actually had about 10 people in January, and we've already scaled up to 40 people in the last 4 months.
I think the ethos of the company, what we want to develop, what we want to deliver, is that high touch with that high tech. That's passionate salespeople, that's passionate marketing, that's passionate customer success. I want them to have the same passion that we have, and I really do believe it's impossible to instill that passion remotely.
But I couldn't
or
disagree
one day a week,
more.
Or 1 day a week. Or
Our vision is to change the way the world works. One of the biggest reasons we got into what we were doing was the opportunity to allow licensed professionals to work where they want, when they want, how they want. But we don't offer it to our own people. I believe if you hire great people who are talented and have great character, they will know what's best for them, how and where to work. And so if we give them that opportunity, they will actually deliver more than we could ever ask for.
So there are time difference issues. I have a person that works for me from LA, and we wait until 1 o'clock in the afternoon to do calls that I would want to do at 9:30, you know, and does
So
not
why
work
don't
for
you
me.
fire that person and hire somebody that lives beside you?
Because she's so talented, of course.
You're preaching my own argument. It's also people feel that it's not fair.
And I'm a big believer to never ask anybody that works in your companies to do something that you won't be willing to do yourself. I was living in Michigan when we kicked this off. I sold my house, I sold my car, I sold my portion of my business. I threw everything and the cat into the minivan and drove down to Miami because at the time, we knew building this side by side was going to be what allowed the company to scale. So I'm not asking anybody that we hire to do anything that I wasn't willing to do. I'm asking them to believe in as much of what we're doing.
We have an expert here today. Harvard Business School professor Sadal Neely is here. So welcome, Sadal.
Hi, Sadal, how are you?
Thank you so much for having me.
What do you make of this company?
85 to 90% of employees expect and ask for some form of remote work in their arrangements. It's important to understand that culture is not a product of physical office space. Culture is a product of leadership and careful organization design. You can create the culture that you want, you can be competitive from a talent standpoint, and you don't have to be constrained by physical space.
I'm worried that they're not going to be competitive because Edward the dinosaur here doesn't see the way the world's changed. And I'm very concerned that their success, while, you know, in the nascent stage, the early stage, now they want to scale. You guys could disrupt this industry.
We do not have time to take our eye off the ball and have people try to sit down, write a manual.
I think we're even missing it, is that we've gone from having 10 or 5 or 10 people in sales and customer service to having almost 25 just in the last couple of months. We're gonna have 50 or 100 by the end of the year. We can't sign leases on new buildings and get them built out fast enough to keep fitting these people in.
But we can train those people remotely. That is so hard to do.
Okay, enough.
I got it. You got it?
I got it.
We got it. We're going to deliberate.
Thanks, guys. We'll get back to you.
Thank you so much.
Remote in office or a hybrid?
This is the same debate that's going on across the world right now. What I worry about for this business is that the talent you need to grow keeps getting more important, particularly around development.
I
To stay
agree.
ahead. They've already admitted that they can't hire enough talent stateside or in Miami where they're headquartered.
So let's just talk about that's a problem. One is they're hiring. Number two, their training.
In the hybrid model of training, you go to HQ to train for up to
And then
90
you can
days.
be remote if you
Then
need
you
to be.
can be remote
Yeah.
if you need. And it can be up to 3 months. Actually, as part of the package, you house them in temporary housing. And they're in the office 12 hours a day.
That's expensive. That's
I know,
expensive.
but it gets the culture aspect embedded that you want.
If somebody wants to work remote, why should the company be paying for all that?
We found it cheaper than office rent. Terry made a point. He said, look, if we wanted to get enough office space, we couldn't. We can't find enough. And he's right. Downtown Miami, even Brickell.
No, it's expensive,
It's really
too.
expensive.
I'm going to agree with you that most people want to be home, and the reasons annoy me, and that whole thing pisses me off, but the fact is the fact. What if we incentivize the people that are going to be in office? They get some bonus.
No, they've tried that model, and what it does, it harbors resentment for people that are working at home.
But the people working in person have resentment for the people that get to work at home. It evens it
Except
out.
if you offer hybrid, you get the best of both worlds.
Then you got to give the in-person people hybrid, and then
Never change the payment system on us. If you're working in marketing and one person's getting more, you have a horrible outcome.
there has to be it's not even, Kevin. The people working at home are not even.
I don't like your idea of differentiating compensation based on location. That's horrible.
I didn't say compensation, a bonus or an incentive.
Thanks for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel to get more videos like this.